Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. This is a feud prep video for the Flash feud coming up, and the first one is the Masters of the Universe versus Technicians Flash feud. On the left side of my screen, you can see the perks that I currently have active. I'm not gonna buy any new ones for the last feud of the month. Obviously, with the line bonuses that are in play, the multiply gem perk would enhance that more. I wouldn't recommend buying it because it's really expensive for just this one feud. And then there's a showboat feud and a female feud coming up, so you probably won't get a lot of bang for your buck. If you're buying that perk now, if you've already bought it, cool. No issues there. The MP up perk is gonna help with the bottom one for the silence gem damage. You'll be doing 150% if you fill that bottom row, and you have a silence gem user that can do damage on that. So we'll start by talking about the top row and really not talking about it much. It's a pretty much a Sako Masters of the Universe Macho line. You need Masters of the Universe Macho to be able to complete it, and then it's 100% bleed damage. So other than Sako, Bruno would also be good, but those would be the two guys to really take advantage of it. You could also use Z Balor, but I mean, you know, Sako, Bruno, and Masters of the Universe Savage are what this line is all about. +2 starting MP as well. That's going to be super nasty if someone manages to fill that line. I don't think we're going to see a lot of machos floating around yet. At least I sure hope I don't, because if that line's full, it's going to be nasty. No interest in fighting anyone with that line. I think a lot of people will probably fill the middle row. I think you'll probably see more middle row filled than you'll see bottom row. But again, I could be wrong there. The middle row is multi-gem guys, and then +2 black gem generation. These two slots are for Masters of the Universe, so I would expect to see a whole lot of this guy. It's a really great bonus for Triple H, and then also Big E, the black gem generation, is going to allow you to use his black set if you have one gear. You'll be starting turn 1 and generating 2 extra blacks, so you could potentially see a lot of Big E. That moveset's going to look kind of like this. So that 3 random is going to be 5. Titus will make it 9. If you have gem generation, you could get potentially 10 or even 11 if you're upping it more. I think the third rank you might even have 12, but that again is very expensive, so wouldn't recommend doing that. But you would probably see Big E mostly ran this way if he's in that line for that particular perk, to take advantage of that lane bonus. You might not though. People still might run the move damage set. I have mine set up for move damage, so if I was using him, I would run him move damage. Although you can turn 1 with this and potentially knock your pin bar back a bunch, increase your black gem damage, and keep repeating that cycle as you're making those matches, especially if you have like if you have Elias to help with the black matches and stuff. So that potentially is something to look out for with Big E there. Triple H, Skull King, he can do a lot. He can be ran like Jimmy, or my preferred way of running him would be this way with the row breaks. First time through, second time through, you're dropping the multis. Maybe that would not be the best way though with the multi perks in play. So maybe you run the Spine Buster to get to the that's purple, so you wouldn't do that. You would run the choose move, NXT Seth, and well, probably NXT Seth, I would say, is what you would probably end up doing, and then run both blues, and run him that way, because you're going to choose to destroy 4 multiplies, and you're going to choose 2 columns, so you can pick your best 4 gems every time. So that maybe is how you might run him. I don't know. I'm not going to fill this row, but expect to see a lot of those 2 guys in this row. Now the third slot is a wild card. It's wide open, so you will see a ton of Zombie Austin, just like every feud. So plan on a counter for Zombie Austin. I would also expect you will see a ton of NWO Hart, Volkov, Ricochet, Andrade, maybe some Ray, all the normal multiply gem guys that you can expect to see. You will probably see a fair amount of Z-Kane in that slot and the Dango slot. The 5-star Z-Kanes you'll see in the slot. I have Dango in there. But I would say you will see tons of Zombie Austin and a lot of Zombie Kane as well. So plan on a counter for those 2 stun guys. Hopefully you have a stun guy yourself to counter them, or otherwise it's not too much fun. Zombie Kane with boss plate, you pretty much have to keep stunned, or he's just going to kill you. Or have an anti-stun belt guy. Some of you might have the Trickster anti-stun. Big E would be a great guy to put that on, and avoid those stun guys, or specifically target the stun guys if you have that strap, whoever you have it on. So, you know, if you don't have a Austin to counter Austin, maybe Sixer Phenom in this open slot so you can deal with them. And I would say not to go too big. I plan on going in with a 58k roster. I'm just going to bring 5. That is the minimum, by the way. 5 characters is the minimum for this feud. So you have to bring 5, and that's what I plan on bringing. That's I kind of think mostly what you'll see. Obviously it's wildcard, so you could see a ton of other stuff. You could see some HBK on this line, the new HBK, because the extra 2 black gems is definitely going to help him. I wouldn't be surprised to see him. Wouldn't be surprised to see some Earthquake in this slot. You know, kind of the usual suspects for super hard hitters, Hogan's, you know, that kind of thing. But I think the real big problems will be Zombie Austin, Zombie Kane, you know, that kind of thing from this row. Bottom row, you might be like, well, who's the countdown gem for? That would be 5-star Keith Lee, would be disgusting with this row, and the 3 more countdown gems. This guy I have in here, Jay, actually takes advantage of it. However, it is a 3 turn, so it's going to take a little while to get there. The slot is modern, I believe, for the techs. So yeah, you'll probably see a lot of Aleister Black, a lot of Kofi. You'll definitely see a lot of Dunn. He has silence gems, so you could easily see Dunn. Dunn will have 150% boost to his silence gems. He's not super great, so I don't know how much it'll help him. It's a great row for Ciampa, so he's gonna hit very, very hard. So you're gonna want to watch out for Ciampa. In the kind of the open tech slot here, you could see just about anything. I don't know that the line bonus is necessarily gonna help anyone in the tech. Maybe Jericho. He makes some countdown gems. I don't have mine leveled up very high, but I believe... what's he do? What do his countdowns do? Yeah, definitely each one of his countdown gems makes 5 random gems into green gems, so I think if somebody's got high Jericho, that could potentially be no fun at all for anyone, especially if they have Jimmy leveled up with the extra countdown for that. You're looking at a lot of green on the board, pretty much most of the board at that point. So this will be a very, very good line for Jericho. If you're facing him, you're not gonna want to let him get those countdown gems off. You're gonna want him dead well before then. So Keith Lee, Jericho will be really good with the countdown gems. I'm definitely sure there's some other ones that I'm probably not thinking about for this line. But I think those are the big ones. I don't think anyone else is really going to be crazy with the silence gems, other than Champa. So, and I think for the countdown gems, it's mostly going to be Keith Lee and Jericho are going to be crazy in that. And the 5-star slot is open, so you could see anyone in that 5-star slot. Kind of usual suspects. I would expect to see a boatload of Hogan and Zombie Kane in this slot. A lot of people have them. Maybe a few Dangos like I'm running myself. Potentially even a few Austins for people who have taken him to 5-star. So it's a wide open one. So pretty much anyone other than a tech is who I would expect to see in there. You could also see some of them. Yeah. I guess because it's open, other silence gems, I don't think you'll see. I mean, that would be really good actually for Zombie Austin if you have a 5-star Zombie Austin, because he's putting out silence gems. You're getting an extra bonus on those, so it'll hit hard. Your regular gems will. So, but yeah, that's wide open for any 5-star, so you could potentially see anything in there. It's kind of hard to predict, but your usual suspects for the very good guys is what I would anticipate. There's a 20k win bonus for each unique win for each match. So when you're bringing your team, you want to bring 5 guys, have all the proper trainers on them, even if they're lower like my J is, and try and win with each of them, because that's 20,000 bonus points right there. It's the biggest chunk. There's 3 feuds. If you want to do 1% for your faction, it's going to be 7.23 million. Everyone in your faction does that. Your faction maxes. Ton of good rewards in that. A lot of 5-star gold tokens, a lot of coin, ton of monthly points for the monthly event, for the faction monthly event, and then 75 Walter shards in there. So there's also, I think, going to be a fuse up component and all that stuff as well. But you're definitely going to want to go for at least 7.23 million points so your faction can max, and probably do a little bit more. This one is there's a bigger bonus in the second one. The showboat has 30,000 bonus, but I feel like having to bring 6 showboats, that is not going to be fast feuding with unique wins. You might have a couple showboats that are fast. Maybe you got Fiend, maybe you got Z-Kane, maybe you have Flair, maybe you have Dango, but you probably don't have all of them. It's probably going to take a while. So I don't think, a lot of people are saying they think that's the one to focus on for big points. I just don't know how fast those matches are going to go with 6 showboats against 6 showboats. It's going to be kind of a slog, I think. So this is kind of the one I'm targeting to get the bulk of my points. The feud, I believe each one lasts 10 hours. I would love to get almost all my points or all of them done in this particular feud. So this is kind of the one I'm targeting to get the bulk of my points. But it's also pretty solid for me having Sako and Champa on this bottom line, and Dango and Z-Kane. Every character I have will be turn 1. So keep that in mind when you're going through this. The final feud is going to be women. It was originally 2 strikers, but almost no one has 2 strikers. So since there's only 3 total female strikers, they changed it to 2 tricksters in that one instead of 2 strikers. So you're only going to need 1. I'll try and cover the other feud preps individually themselves. So don't know yet if there's going to be a solo event. I kind of feel like there will. That's not any inside information. It's just we usually have a solo one towards the end. Usually has gear in this kind of set that we're in of monthlies. So I'm super hopeful that there's a solo with some gear and some Walter shards and some monthly points. Like I said, no inside information. I just really hope that happens. So be on the lookout for that if that does drop. It looks like it's going to be a super busy weekend. We have flash feuds. We have the Taker event. The victory tours are live. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on. So try and maximize your time feuding and in between feuds so you can get that stuff done. A lot of faction components, a lot of people counting on this stuff at the end of the month for the Walter shards. So have a good feud, guys. And I hope it goes well for you. I don't think I really forgot too much. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts, hear what lineup you're running, what size roster you're going to run. Like I said, I plan on going with a 58K roster, only going to take the minimum of 5. And also want to say thanks. Got over 400 subscribers now, so that's pretty cool. 500 is the next milestone I'm looking for. So I want to thank everyone for the support. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Let me know what you think in the comments. Also, shout out to TwoBob29. This perk list is his. He makes that every month. So thank you, TwoBob, for the perk list and the cost. Other than that, guys, have a great weekend, and thanks for watching. Good luck out there.